motivates our generation. Like, I know
You
back
making
in the
faces
day.
for the camera?
Nah, really not.
Don't fuck with you.
I think back in the day, like when you think about the 60s and the 40s, or even before that, like the late 1800s when slavery was around, people, especially like African Americans, like the things that probably driven them was like freedom and like gaining respect and stuff like that. So like that's what drove them. But then like with our generation, like some people may be like, oh, like the world is fucked up, or some people may be like the world isn't fucked up. Like some people care, some people don't care about changing society. And I feel like maybe some people in our generation, they may want to be successful to help make things better, to bring more peace and positivity in the world, which is like me, like why you want to do stuff or I want to do stuff. But then I think there's like another section where they just want to do it for like the perks of it.
Alright, so to piggyback off what you said, I kind of agree that like people were doing it for different reasons. But I think right now it's money that's motivating us. And by acquiring money, we're acquiring status. And with that status, like that's the perks you're talking about. And that's more demanded than anything else at this point. Like, everyone wants to be on top because we're all equal now. It's not really divided by race. There's still racism, but we're not divided by race, or we think that we're equal with everyone. So we're going for the top. Like we're trying to climb up this hierarchy. Not as a race, not as a gender, as an individual.
I agree. I also think like with the money, like going back to the money thing that you were saying.
Speak a little louder.
I think going back to the money thing that you were saying, it's like that's really what determines what category you fall under, because it's like it's either you're gonna do with the money to like help people like for good, or just do it for the money just for bullshit, like just to get mad material items and
like
do
party,
nothing.
pop
Yeah,
bottles,
and like get mad. You'll have enough money for mad drugs, get mad prostitutes, like get mad bottles, like they're doing
talk about stripping. Oh, let's not stripping right now. What kind of career is this?
I don't know. You know what's crazy? It's like there's always been strippers, there's always been prostitutes. Like from back in the day, they had brothels.
Like that's an early
so it's like,
English.
yeah, but you know what? It's crazy because now it's almost like stripping is glorified. Because back in the day, like if you worked in a brothel, or even like in countries, like if you were a prostitute or something like that, or you were a stripper, like people will like kind of look down upon you, and like people will look at it like, okay, they gotta make a living too.
Like taboo, but it was going on.
Exactly, it's taboo. Like people would do it because, you know, it's a way to make a living. I get it, like okay, you need to make money too, but I think now, but it wasn't really like put in the media like that. Like the media didn't glorify it, but I feel like now with all these songs, even music videos,
I think women are more open about it. Like, yo, I'm stripping for education, to feed my kids, for this,
but
that,
it's one thing from like doing it, and then there's another thing from doing it and then glorifying it. Like that shit is all over the media, and then it's like when you think about little kids,
what type of media?
Like music videos.
Besides that, like
concerts. A lot of music videos, even like pictures, like if you go on Instagram, like social media, like Instagram, if you go on Instagram, Twitter, they're in the strip club, so they're glorifying it. And then little kids, like kids that, like let's say it's a rapper, people from like, kids that I know from like 13, they listen to
kids
rap.
are imitating this.
And they see it. So it's like, how about they go on Instagram, they see their favorite rapper, they're 13 years old, like let me check out his Instagram, let me see what he's into. He's at the strip club, he's throwing mad, like that's crazy.
Bottles, money.
Yeah. And it's just glorified.
This is a status.
And then,
is this something that we want to achieve though?
I don't know.
Like who's the type of person that would like? Are we aiming this at someone, like a gender, a race? This is anyone.
I think this is minorities.
Minorities?
I think it's definitely minorities. I mean, even in rock though, like they had that type of stuff, like they glorified it in rock music, and it was definitely like a lot of white people that listen to rock music. But I just feel like with our culture as a whole in regards to African Americans is kind of being sabotaged. Like,
and we're
losing our culture. It's like with our music, with like the way we dress, the way we carry ourselves. It's like, where's our culture?
I feel that we're losing our culture to another culture, and that is like white culture or white people right now. Like look at Miley Cyrus, like she's imitating black people. Who else is doing this? Justin Bieber, he's supposed to be tainted, I heard in the newspaper, by black people because he's drinking and driving. That's blamed on us.
But mind you, like
His partying. Every celebrity goes through this though.
Every race,
especially at that age.
Yeah, every race is drinking, has people drinking and driving and partying, doing bad stuff. But it's just like, it's just.
Do you feel like we're becoming like niggerish is running out? Like we're rubbing off on people?
But then even like the word nigger, like people use it all the time in music and just everything.
But I feel like even white people are saying that. Some girl at my job the other day said it, and she's white, and she's like, "Yo, I just said nigga." Okay, anyways.
Yeah.
How do you react?
Exactly, because like people try to turn the bad word into a good word by using it amongst people, but then it's everywhere. Like it's all over music. Like even on the radio, they bleep it out, but you know what they're saying. You hear what they're saying. You could kind of hear it a little bit. And it's just even when the way we talk, it's like not like, oh, what's up king or what's up queen or like god or goddess, like like some real royalty shit. It's like, oh, what up nigga, what up bitch. Like it's kind of it's like it's playful, but then you got to think about it when you think about the deeper meaning. You're just like, wait, like this is my good friend, but I'm calling them a bitch. Like I mean, and I catch myself doing it too, so I can't be hypocritical. But it's just like you have to also acknowledge just what's there.
I mean, I can't speak too much on the bitch subject. I can't say that at all. And I would really be a hypocrite. But I agree with you. It is about the way we address each other. And even the word gay or like hypersexual, what are you looking at?
Nothing.
Even the word gay, like that's something that people are offended by from their culture. But you have to be part of a culture to understand the type of terms to use. Yeah. Type of terms to use with one another, how you want to be addressed, who's addressing you.
And I think also too, with the way sometimes like things are portrayed in the media, it's kind of like even gay people, like they have to be stereotyped constantly, and it's just kind of crazy. Like, or people will like play around with the term. Like I think if someone's like gay or lesbian, they're seriously gay or lesbian. Like a lot of people I know are gay or lesbian, and it's like they knew it from when they was a child, and it was just like
you kind of can't help it.
Yeah, and it's just like it's just crazy how some people kind of make a joke of it. Like they're people too, like they have their lifestyle, but it's not something you should mock. But and then with girls, it's like girls can be lesbians, but guys can't be gay.
See, that's what I was like. Why is it accepted for girls and girl action? Do you have anything to say about that? Why is it accepted for girls?
You're a guy.
To like each other, but if guys do that, oh no, that's weird. That's too much. That's disgusting.
I don't know. I just think there's a double standard.
It's a double standard for sure.
Yeah.
Do you agree with the double standard?
I don't necessarily agree like, oh, girls can be gay and boys can't. I just think, I feel like even more boys would, have threesomes with girls, but not a lot of girls would want to be, double teamed. There's a negative connotation in every.
There is a negative connotation.
Oh my gosh! Yo, I don't know who I was talking to. I think it was a tweet I saw, and we were talking about this, me and two of my friends, and this is similar to what we're talking about. It's something like when multiple, like let's say it's two guys and a girl having sex, it's them running a train on her. But if it's a guy and two girls having sex, it's a threesome. Okay. Or like an orgy.
So if it's two guys, it's not. If it's two guys, it's the double standard.
It's like, oh, she's a hoe for doing it. We're running a train on her. It's like, yeah, because it's a threesome.
No,
isn't that crazy? It's just
crazy.
like.
That's crazy, but I guess at the same time.
Like, why can't a girl have a threesome with two dudes?
If we're looking at gender roles, I guess because a dude has to really embrace that one masculine role. Like, he has to be the alpha male. And by being the alpha male, you can't have another male next to you. Because maybe that's, in a way.
I know, but the way they connotate it, it's like one is so good and one is so bad. It's crazy. Like, that is just so crazy to me. Automatically, like, I remember girls in high school, like, it'll be like a girl in high school, maybe she's just horny and she's really sexual, and she wants to have sex. And it's like, I've heard of girls, like, having guys, like an orgy with mad guys, but they look at it as like, oh, we ran a train on her. Like one person fucked and another person fucked and another person fucked. Oh, she's a slut. She's this. She's that. But it's like, what about those guys? Like y'all are just as bad because y'all ran a train. You just smashed who your homie was just fucking.
Yeah.
Guys don't care.
That's crazy.
No, guys don't care unless that's like your girlfriend. You don't care.
Why? And
why would you?
That's the thing. But if it was a girl and she didn't care and she went to
then
talk
she
to,
would be crazy, right? But a girl is not supposed to have a guy's mentality. I guess it's just not accepted. It's not supposed to be like that. But it happens.
But it's just crazy.
You learn how the game works and then you want to play too. Or maybe you don't.
It's just crazy. Like, I'm not saying that I agree with those lifestyles either. Like, I'm not with that shit. But it's just crazy. It's something to think about. It's definitely something to think about.
And I think that's just a gender role that women are going to be constant.
How do you feel like you can? Or actually, let me rephrase that. What do you think? Like through your art and through your poetry, what you do, what do you want to accomplish? Like, how do you want to impact people?
I definitely want people to be inspired in every way possible because, like, I think that me personally, like, the way that my art is, I'm very confrontational with my artwork. Like, I might touch on subjects that people don't want to talk about. I'm gonna maybe use harsh strokes or use thick strokes when people want to paint things dainty in the lines. Like, I don't want to really do that. Like, I want my shit to be confrontational. So specifically, if we're talking about a topic like prison, no one wants to talk about that because someone has someone that's affected by the justice system or cops. You don't like cops. Why is that negative? I want to talk about that. Like, I want to write poems on that. I want to do documentaries on that. I'm gonna dig into files. And you know, I've like worked at a police station before, so it's weird when you see these facts and you see these statistics that people are really getting shot every day because of your race, and you think racism isn't going on.
And a lot of the times
this is
the brothers killing their brothers.
This is documented, just never published, and these are things that have to be exposed. So with my art, like if I'm exposing someone or if I'm being confrontational, that's something I want you to pick up. That's how I want you to be impacted. I don't want you to really feel that you have to be silent. If you're doing something and you feel like this is what you have to do, this is your story that you have to tell, you're passionate, you can't be silent about it. You definitely can't hide, you can't pretend to be something that you're not.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. And like, what do you want people to aspire to do? Like,
what to speak up, for sure. You have to speak up. Like, become active in every type of way that you can. If it's even filing a complaint on something that you don't like, you have to follow up. You have to take that type of authority. And having that
to care and make a difference and change.
Exactly. Having that authority will make a difference. You have to make small decisions, small choices, baby steps. They lead to big impacts. And everyone can do this. This is not something you have to be born with the talent. This is not something you have to acquire. You just have to become mindful of how you act. Be conscious of your decisions. Like, what's going on around you? Are you saying something that might be offensive? That's something small you can change daily. How do you think your art is an impact?
Well, with my jewelry and just everything I want to do, like, you know, I want to do this stuff with Haiti. I want to help people in Haiti. I want to help people in the United States. I want to help empower women. But like, I want people to be inspired by my story, definitely, because I built everything that I have from the ground up. Like, you know, like I've been through so much of like my family and
stuff. Do you think that's something that's, because of what you're saying right now, and I agree with you, like I started this somewhere, but do you think this is something that's like, I want to say, more glorified for the American dream, that we have to struggle to like really maintain some type of happiness?
I think yeah, but I think also it's more so like for just being a female, like an African American female, you have so many odds against you, and it's like there's so much pressure from all different ends, and it's like being able to actually educate yourself, and even like when you don't have a lot of people in your corner pushing you and stuff like that, and you're being your own driving force, being able to accomplish what you want to accomplish and follow your dreams. If you want to do art, do art. If you want to be a lawyer, like fuck what everyone else has to tell you. Follow what you want to follow, but make sure you do something positive, and like just always trying to help people. Like, you can do both things. Like, you can help. I want to show basically like you can follow your creative aspirations or whatever aspirations, but you can also help people too. Like, I feel like I'm a big juggling act. Like I hold down stuff at my house. I work full time, and then I was in college. I was in college, and I was starting my line. And it's like I had mad different things on my plate, but you just want to empower people to persevere. Like be great. And that's why like I love Jay-Z and Beyonce, and people make fun of me, but it's just like they're great.
Their idea,
and it's like they make me want to go hard. Like I want to be able to be the best that I can be because they're in such great positions, and they give back a lot. Like they spend a lot of money, but they give back a lot. Or even other people.
Can you pause on that? Like because they spend a lot of money. I saw that Beyonce in one of her shows, she made $60 million in 2 minutes, but then she only donated like $50 million.
Yeah, but you also have to think about the other expenses that they have.
Those are a lot of expenses.
I mean, I'm not.
But I just wanted to pause on that.
Yeah.
She just donated $50 million to a charity. I think it was Walmart, actually. To Walmart. But that's helpful. But I just wanted to pause on that. But I agree with your American dream, though, and I understand how they're like the ideal model of how you can become better. You can build up.
Yeah.
Jay-Z being from Marcy, Beyonce really taking herself out of a group and becoming the individual to stand out.
And she's been doing
her
it for
legacy
a long
now.
time.
Like she's only 30 something.
Yeah, it's crazy. But even other people like Nelson Mandela, Gandhi.
I feel like these are idols that we have to kind of like.
And you just think about they just push the envelope, and that's what I want to do. I just want to kind of push the envelope and just like live. Like I feel like you're created, you're given life. Like the best thing that you can do to say thank you to God, Mother Earth, whoever you want to believe in, is to fulfill your purpose or fulfill a purpose. Try and help people. Even if it's one person.
Like after you die or own like an artifact, like isn't that cool?
Yeah, I would want people to remember me.